Muletrain!
It is time now for the Muletrain news program on this Wednesday, August the 3rd, 2016. Brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Liao's Mexican Restaurant.
Registration for all students of the Muleshoe school system is this week on Thursday and Friday. Now, Dillman, DeShazo, and Watson Junior High will all register all day on Thursday from 10 in the morning till 7 at night. And then also on Friday, Dillman, DeShazo, and Watson Junior High registration will continue. And Friday, it will be 8 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. At Muleshoe High School, all seniors should come between 9 and 11 Thursday morning. Then juniors register at MHS from 1 to 3 Thursday afternoon. Thursday evening, all students new to Muleshoe High School should come from 6 to 7:30 to register on Thursday. Then Friday, sophomores come in the morning 9 to 11 to register, and freshmen register from 1 to 3 on Friday at Muleshoe High School. New teachers will report to the Muleshoe ISD on Monday, and we will be introducing you to the new teachers in the Muleshoe school system next week, here online as well as on the air. Muleshoe Schools starts on Monday morning, August the 22nd. In Muleshoe, we only received a trace of moisture on yesterday. However, over in Friona, they got 58 100ths of an inch of rain, and at 7:40 at their meso site, they clocked winds up to 67 miles per hour. Those winds also hit in the Farwell area and down trees at some homes, doing some damage also. On Monday afternoon here in Muleshoe, we got 14 100ths of an inch of moisture at the National Weather Service station here at Channel 6 at 1011 West 3rd. And out at the meso site operated by Texas Tech, 2 miles southwest, they got only 2 100ths of an inch of rain in the past 48 hours. The high here in Muleshoe on Tuesday was 95, and the low was 65, and the same on the day before. And on Wednesday morning at 7 o'clock, it was 66 degrees in Muleshoe officially. And now 5 Area Telephone, West Plains Telecommunications, brings you the weather forecast for Muleshoe, Sudan, Amherst, Earth, and our entire vicinity. But first, a message from our sponsor.
Secure your life with fast technologies available through 5 Area, whether you're in Muleshoe or anywhere in the world. Security and automation services for your home, farm, or business available now through your hometown company, 5 Area. Plans starting now at $20 per month. Fast Technologies offers live and recordable video surveillance. Control your door locks and garage doors, whether you're in your recliner around the corner or in Dallas. Lighting control and motion detection. Door and window sensors. Receive alerts through text, email, or phone. Plans again starting at $20 per month. Call today, 5 Area, 806-272-5533, or go by their website at 5area.com. They will also be happy to give you an on-site demo, so stop by their offices today, 302 Uvalde Street on the west edge of Muleshoe. A DSL internet connection is required. That's home, farm, and business security and automation services available through Fast Technologies at 5 area. Call 806-272-5533 for more information. Well, so far this week, most of the rain has missed us here in Muleshoe, but we'll continue to have chances the rest of the week as the National Weather Service out of Lubbock says monsoonal moisture from New Mexico will creep into the western edge of the South Plains and Panhandle regions, and that will include the Muleshoe area. Isolated showers with thunderstorms possible today on Wednesday, mainly after 1 p.m., mostly sunny, high near 96 this afternoon. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 20%. A 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms tonight before 1 a.m., mostly cloudy, low around 67 degrees. South winds around 10 miles per hour. Then Thursday, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 1 p.m., mostly sunny, high near 96 on Thursday. South-southwest winds between 10 and 15 miles per hour. Thursday night, a 20% chance of rain, partly cloudy, low around 67. Mostly sunny on Friday, high near 95 degrees. South winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Friday night, partly cloudy, low around 67. South winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour. And repeating our forecast for today, on Wednesday, isolated showers with thunderstorms possible after 1 p.m. this afternoon, mostly sunny, high near 96 degrees. South winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 20%, a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Tonight, mostly cloudy, low around 67. South winds around 10 miles per hour. Thursday, a 20% chance of rain. In the afternoon, mostly sunny, high near 96 degrees. Thursday night, another 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Partly cloudy, low around 67. 5 area telephone, West Plains Telecommunications, has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast.
A Badges and Boots community-wide worship service will be held in Muleshoe this Sunday morning at 10 o'clock at the Bailey County Coliseum, sponsored by the Bailey County Ministerial Alliance. All churches will worship together Sunday morning in unity to show appreciation for our first responders and to pray for their safety. The speaker will be Sam Medina of Lubbock. The music will be led by Jeff Bailey of Plainview. The Muleshoe Police Department, the Bailey County Sheriff's officers, and the patrolmen of the Texas Department of Public Safety, the Muleshoe Volunteer Firemen, and the Bailey County Emergency Medical Service employees will all be recognized. A nursery will be provided in the green room of the Coliseum, and you will be provided a wristband when you come and leave your children there, and you will need to bring that wristband back that will identify your child. This is for the safety of all the children. The nursery will be for birth through 3 years of age. After the service, all of the first responders and their immediate families will be honored at the First Baptist Church Fellowship Hall with lunch. Participating at the service will be Sally Messenger, the praise team from the Trinity Christian Center Church, Mindy McLanahan from the First United Methodist Church, Rosendo Lopez from the Methodist Spanish Church, the airmen from Cannon Air Force Base will present the colors, and they will be Airman Van Ripper of Groton, Connecticut, Airman Prince from Grand Prairie, Airman Armstrong from Forestville, Maryland, and Airman Pacello from Frankfort, New York. Others who will participate in the service will be our Mayor, Cliff Black of Muleshoe. Also, Dr. Stacy Connor, pastor of First Baptist Church, Brother Jeff Kaufman from the Calvary Baptist Church, Steve Priscup of the Cowboy Fellowship, Curtis Shelburne from the 16th and Avenue D Church of Christ, Stephen Hart from River of Hope Church, Elias Torres from 1316, Sergio Leal from the Catholic Church, Ray Don Stanford from the Trinity Christian Center Church of Muleshoe. And also, there will be refreshments provided by Father Rene Perez and the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church members. The offering will go to the Dallas Foundation to help provide scholarships for the children of the Dallas police officers who were killed last month. The Dallas Foundation was established in 1929. Ruben Acevedo needs to be on our prayer list, and he, if he is able, will also give the benediction in Spanish at the community-wide church service on Sunday morning. Almost all churches in Muleshoe will be at the Bailey County Coliseum for this service, meeting together. And if you don't have a church, you are certainly urged to come and worship also and honor our officers and first responders. The Bailey County Sheriff's Office includes, of course, our Sheriff, Richard Wills, our Chief Deputy, Julian Dominguez, and Deputies Mary Lopez and Jeremiah Murillo and Hugo Rivera. Also, they have 11 jailers that work at the Bailey County Jail. The office deputy is Barbara Haley. The jailer administrator is Joey Chavis, and the sergeants are Gail Wilcox, Marianne Ansaldua, and B. Mendoza. And there are 3 cooks, and I have been told by the prisoners that they have really good food, and they are treated so very well by all the jailers and all of the administrators of our local jail. There's even a jail nurse provided. At the Muleshoe Volunteer Fire Department, the chief is Tom Ladd, his assistant is Gary Clark, and the fire marshal is Benny Parker, and there are 25 volunteers of the Muleshoe Fire Department, and of course none of them are paid. Kevin Baez is the director of the Bailey County EMS, and there are 24 members of the Bailey County EMS, and we are so fortunate to have all of these people keeping us safe here in Muleshoe. At the Muleshoe Police Department, there are 15 employees, including the Chief Roy Rice, Lieutenant Benny Parker, Detective Sergeant Cassie Crandall, Leo Alves is the sergeant, and the corporal is Logan Ruthhard. The Department of Public Safety in Texas has one officer stationed here, and he is James Perez. And the game warden also stationed here is Andrew Banda. They all will be recognized on Sunday at the community-wide services sponsored by the Bailey County Ministerial Alliance, and there are only a couple of churches that will be having services here in Muleshoe on Sunday. Everyone is encouraged to meet at 10 o'clock at the Bailey County Coliseum to worship together. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just one moment. Please stay tuned.
Yum chips. I like the Leal chips. Foxy likes them too. Right, Foxy? These Leo's chips are the best. I like the seasoning, salt, and the salsa on my chips.
And that's at Leo's, the original Leo's in Muleshoe at 1010 West American Boulevard. Right, Isla?
Yes.
This edition of the Muletrain News is being brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant, along with the First Bank, where First Bank is proud to announce First Bank Online, www.fbmuleshoe.com. Transfer funds between accounts, make loan payments, view current and previous statement activity, pay bills online with Bill Pay, banking anytime with 24/7 access. Visit or call 202 South First Street, 806-272-4515. The First Bank right here in Muleshoe, where they're proud to announce First Bank Online at www.fbmuleshoe.com. The First Bank is member FDIC.
Here in Muleshoe, we are so fortunate to have so many wonderful opportunities for our children, our young people, as well as our adults. And one of them is Beautiful You. It is for all area junior high girls in the 6th through the 8th grade, and will be held here in Muleshoe this Saturday evening from 5 to 9:30 in the First United Methodist Church. Now, this is according to Sharon Johnson, who is the nurse at Watson Junior High and Muleshoe High School. This is free to all young girls, and it includes their dinner, wonderful door prizes, and lots of fun and learning. This is for girls 6th through 8th grade on Saturday evening, 5 to 9:30 at the First United Methodist Church of Muleshoe. You know, they've been having this for several years now over at the Assembly of God Church, but because that facility is closed right now, they are having it at the First United Methodist Church. And have you noticed that there are people here painting the Assembly of God Church at the present time? Some of the vans say that they are from Plainview Assembly of God Church. You know, another thing that I have been thinking about just lately, because of the wonderful contribution United Supermarket made of $1,000 to the Muleshoe Girl Scouts, is what a wonderful organization the Cub Scouts, the Tiger Cubs, and the Boy Scouts, and the Daisy Scouts, the Brownie Scouts, and the Girl Scouts are in our community. So I was thinking about the Girl Scout promise. It is, on my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law. One of the reasons I liked Muleshoe when we moved here in 1954 was because Girl Scouts were in Muleshoe, and they were such a strong organization. The Girl Scout law is, I will do my best to be honest and fair, friendly and helpful, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, responsible for what I say and do, and to respect myself and others, respect authority, use resources wisely, make the world a better place, and be a sister to every Girl Scout. The four program goals of Girl Scouts: to develop the girl as a full individual to her fullest potential, relate to others, and increase understanding and skill and respect in every Girl Scout. develop values to guide Girl Scouts' actions and to provide the foundation for sound decision making, contribute to the improvement of society through the use of the girls' abilities and leadership skills, working in cooperation with others. And those little Girl Scouts that were there at United last week to receive the $1,000 contribution from United Supermarket in Muleshoe were Sarah Barthoff, who's a Daisy Girl Scout, Cheyenne Pierce, and Taylor Johnson, who are both Brownie Girl Scouts. So that means those are the little tiny girls, or the younger girls. And also there was one of their longtime leaders, Nelda Merritt, a lifetime member of Girl Scouts. And, we need to be so grateful that we have businesses in our community like United to present $1,000 to the Muleshoe Girl Scouts. The United family is celebrating their 100th birthday. They were started in United Cash Store in Sayre, Oklahoma in 1916, and they have grown into 66 stores and 36 communities. Today, the United family operates United Supermarkets, Market Street, Albertsons Market, and Amigos grocery stores located, as well as United Express fuel and convenience stores throughout West Texas, Dallas-Fort Worth area, and even over in eastern New Mexico. The United family remained a family-owned supermarket chain for 98 years until becoming a wholly owned subsidiary of Albertsons in 2013. To express appreciation for the many communities that have supported United Supermarket beginning this year, the United family is giving 100 days of giving, presenting $1,000 to a different nonprofit organization for 100 consecutive days. And in Muleshoe, it went to United Supermarket's gift to the Muleshoe Girl Scouts. And thank you, Nelda Merritt, for your very kind thank you note, thanking us for covering the presentation last week. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just one moment. Would you please stay tuned? Have you ever thought that when you feel bad or you've had surgery or been injured, you just want to stay close to home? Well, the Muleshoe Area Medical Center provides that service. It's recovering close to home at 708 South First Street right here in Muleshoe with people you know, so the people you love can come and visit you easily. It's called the Swing Bed Program at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center, which is for Medicare patients discharged from Muleshoe or any other hospital following an acute illness, injury, or surgery. But you still need time to recuperate, and also you need physical therapy to heal and strengthen before you go home by yourself. Hospital staff work with your local providers to help patients to rehabilitate and recuperate right here at home in a healing environment. And the short-term program, Extended Care Program, also offers patients with end-of-life care as an alternative to hospice. That's at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center, where they do care at 708 South 1st Street here in Muleshoe. At the First Baptist Church here in Muleshoe this month, they are now enrolling students for the Mother's Day Out, which is held on Thursdays from 9 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon, starting on September the 9th. This Mother's Day Out is for children birth through 4 years of age. Spots are available on a first-come, first-served basis. There is a $50 deposit and $75 per month charge. Once an age group has reached capacity, you will be placed on a waiting list and notified when a spot becomes available. To enroll your children in Mother's Day Out, contact Abby Maines, the Children's Director at the First Baptist Church, at 806-272-4224. At the First Baptist Church this month, they are going to be very, very busy. They start back on Wednesday evening with their Wednesday evening services. They have a delicious supper this Wednesday, and it will be served in the First Baptist Church Fellowship Hall. $6 per person, $20 for a family. And if you're 65 and over, it's only $5, and they're going to serve fried chicken. The Yerbys and Cold Ellis and the McElroys and the Jays will be doing that, along with the Connors, the Henrys, and Werfline. Also, they will have services, Bible study for all ages this evening and every Wednesday night at the First Baptist Church here in Muleshoe. Also, they will have a teacher appreciation luncheon for all of the staff and faculty of the Muleshoe ISD in the First Baptist Church Fellowship Hall. This luncheon will be served on August the 18th. Then on Wednesday night, August the 17th at 6 o'clock, the church-wide cookout will be held in the country home of Barry and Joellen Cowart, and they will be playing volleyball, and there will be a water slide set up for the children, and fun and fellowship for everyone. Hot dogs and hamburgers and all the trimmings and drinks will be provided by the church, and then the Sunday school classes will bring desserts and chips and dips, and there will even be homemade ice cream. Sounds good to all members of the First Baptist Church at their cookout on Wednesday evening, August the 17th. Don't forget the Badges and Boots Appreciation Worship Service this Sunday morning at 10 at the Bailey County Coliseum for everyone in our entire area. Also, Sunday school promotion at First Baptist Church will be August the 21st. The Muleshoe High School graduating class of 1966 will have their 50th reunion on homecoming weekend, October the 7th. And that will be a district game, our first district game of the season, with Slayton, a team that we haven't played, or at least in many, many, many years. Also, they need addresses of the class of 1966. If you know of an address of a class member, please text it to Diane Brown. Her number is 806-946-8628, and this will greatly help them. The Bailey County Food Pantry is updating their record-keeping process. on Saturday morning, August the 20th, from 9 till noon at the Bailey County Coliseum. All people who get food from the local food pantry must come and have a picture ID made, because starting in September, to get your food, you must have one of the new picture IDs made on August the 20th. Also, SNAP and food stamp application assistance will be available that morning. Extra food will be provided free, and you can register for prizes. That's Saturday, August the 20th, 9 to 12 in the morning at the Bailey County Coliseum. If you get Bailey County Food Pantry food, you must come and have a picture ID made. If you have any questions, call Chris Martis at 806-272-5426 or April Smith at 806-272-3552. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a moment. Please stay tuned.
Tattered Tumbleweed, 1405 West American Boulevard in Muleshoe has great back-to-school fashions in now and more arriving daily. And don't forget, Texas Tax-Free Weekend is this Friday and Saturday, August 5th and 6th at Tattered Tumbleweed, when you can get your clothing and footwear tax-free. Boys and girls clothing by Nike, Hurley, Wrangler, Cinch, Hot Hits, along with a great selection of Wrangler and Cinch jeans. Teen girl fashions in now by Kroll Girl, Blue Pepper, Easel, and check out Tattered Tumbleweed's cool new girls' shoes by Ariat, Catchfly, and Twisted X Boots. See the nice selection of boys and girls' boots by Anderson Beans, Cinch Boots, Justin, and Twisted X. Men's jeans by Cinch and Wrangler, along with shirts by Ariat, Cinch, and Wrangler. And just in, check out the cool new men's Ariat tennis shoes. Tattered Tumbleweed needs to hire employees, so pick up your application today at 1405 West American Boulevard. And don't forget, get your clothing and footwear tax-free this weekend, August 5th and 6th, Friday and Saturday, at Tattered Tumbleweed, 1405 West American Boulevard, 806-272-MULE. They're open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. till 6 p.m., and Saturdays, 10 a.m. until 2.
The Reverend Jimmy Nunn, former pastor of the Earth United Methodist Church back in the 1980s, has been elected as a bishop in the United Methodist Church. He will be serving the South Central Jurisdictional Conference out of Wichita, Kansas, and they will be moving from Lubbock to Wichita, Kansas. The Reverend Jimmy Nunn has been working in the conference office of the Northwest Texas Conference out of Lubbock. His wife, Mary Nunn, worked here in Muleshoe as a children's choir director at the First United Methodist Church of Muleshoe when they lived at Earth, and she presented some wonderful programs through the children's choirs. He graduated from McMurray with his bachelor's degree, and then he went on to Asbury Seminary. I was reading in Jesus Calling this morning, and I liked what it said. Watch your words diligently. Words have such a great power to bless or to wound. When you speak carelessly or negatively, you damage others as well as yourself. I never thought about it damaging you, but it does if you think about it. Remember on your prayer list Larry Combs. He is undergoing treatment for melanoma. Also, remember Paulita Crawford on your prayer list. Remember Greg Combs, that's Larry and Berta Combs' son, and he is being treated for a brain tumor. Remember also Angela and Eric Hall, and Terry and James Byers, Jinx and Rowena Myers, Betty Noble, Wanda and Louis Wayne Schaefer. Also remember Diane Brunson and Jean Paul and Corlin Jarman, Barbara Mae Blackman, Doyle and Leela Sue King, Bob and Nina Landers. Remember Gladys Black, Chad Parker, who on June the 11th was injured in a wreck, and he had surgery earlier this week in Lubbock. Tori Alvarado, also, who was injured in a wreck last month. Ray Don Stanford, we are so glad to report, is now at home and greatly improved. Terry Obenhouse and Laurinette Mason and Landon Nichols, Sybil Contreras and her family, Bill Vinson and his family, Mary Ellen Robertson, Clinton and Maxine Rogers, Carrie John Schuster, Peggy Bruton and her husband Jerry, Irma Mendoza, who is now at home, Doris and R.L. Scott, Dorothy Sorley, Gabriella Stone, Robert Johnson, Brian Taylor, Dorothy Turner, Glenn Watkins, all of our servicemen and women who serve us in this country as well as abroad. And remember the families of Bessie McKillop, 95 of DeKalb, formerly of Muleshoe, Nico Triana, 62 of Dimmitt, brother of Jose Triana of Muleshoe, 13-year-old Joseph Bastias family, Margaret Adams, Ruth Guzman, Barbara Berry, Truman Lehman of Earth's family, also the family of Naomi Foster, 81, formerly of Earth, the mother of Hal Wood of Muleshoe, Connie Simpson, a native of Muleshoe, 58 of Martin, the family of Beth Osterkamp, 61, her husband Jerry and her sons Joe and Nicholas Osterkamp, both of Muleshoe, and her daughter Sarah Osterkamp of Austin. The Reverend Brad Reeves, former pastor of the First United Methodist Church of Muleshoe, who is home now after having surgery in Austin last week. He lives in Amarillo. Donna Green, Brother Richard Kaufman, and his wife Carolyn of Kermit. He is the father of Brother Jeff Kaufman of Muleshoe. He has cancer. Kay Brown Claypool of Amarillo, formerly of Muleshoe and Baptist St. Anthony Hospital in Amarillo, and Josie Contreras Fabella of Tulia, formerly of Muleshoe and Covenant Medical Center in Lubbock.
Well, it is about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain News program rotating on Reach Broadband Channel 6. As well, find it free of charge on demand on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of our page. Again, muleshoetv.com.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. Alfonso's art is all over the Panhandle. Details in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
And the Sounds of Texas are brought to you here on Reach Broadband Channel 6, as well as MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe as well as in Morton. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO, David Markle, all hope that you enjoy the Sounds of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith. Check out Bailey County Electric online, bcecoop.com. They're owned by the members they serve. Call 806-272-4504.
When he was a freshman in high school, Alfonso Garcia of Tulia painted a sign for a local barbershop and got $40 for it. That was the beginning of his artistic career. Now his fine art murals are all over the Texas Panhandle and South Plains.
Here lately I've been doing a lot of work in Turkey and Kittiquay. So I've got some artwork in Lubbock, Amarillo, Dimmitt, Silverton, Rawls, Lodada, because I do sign work for businesses, kids' rooms, game rooms, man caves, stuff like that.
Some of his work is on the walls of restaurants in Tulia.
They gave me some ideas what they wanted, or I threw in some ideas and they approved it, and then I just got busy.
He did the signs that welcome people to various towns. One of his most unique displays of his art is on the doors of a storage unit in Tulia. The doors look like they are garages with cars in them.
Those are actually airbrushed with automotive paints, and they're clear coated so they can last even longer.
Those paintings are so real, a friend stopped and asked why he was painting the back walls with the door open.
I was halfway finished because I would start the background first and then work toward the front. So the car is the last thing I do. She's like, "Isn't the door open?" I was like, "No, But I made it in the perspective view to make it look like the doors are open. And so as she got closer, she's like, "Oh," and she started laughing. And so we got a big kick out of that.
Alfonso has had regular jobs. He did screen printing and worked as a prison guard.
And no matter what I would do, everything just led back to art. On my days off, somebody would be knocking, "Hey, can you do this?" And it just evolved into a full-time job.
Once he painted a motorcycle and charged the owner $150. The owner gave him more.
I came out of it with a $400 check because he taught me something that I had never really thought about is, you've created something, now it's got a value to it.
Alfonso feels blessed that he has been able to do his art full time for the past 4 years.
I appreciate everybody that really enjoys my work, and it makes me feel good. It gets me fired up.
Alfonso Garcia of Tulia. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.
Time for the market report, brought to you today by Stephen DeMint, financial advisor with Edward Jones. He's member SIPC, and he's located right here in Muleshoe in his office at 104 West 2nd Street. Call 806-272-4102. Speak with Stephen or branch office administrator Dana Rimpey. The market report was recorded this Wednesday, August the 3rd, 2016 at 11:45 a.m.
This is Dana Rimpey of Edward Jones bringing you the daily financial market report. U.S. stocks opened slightly higher this morning as investors analyzed both the economic and corporate earnings data released early today. In economic news, U.S. consumer spending increased for the third straight month in June, showing that American consumers are the pivotal factor of economic growth so far this year. In earnings news, Time Warner reported earnings above expectations, as well as news that it had acquired a 10% stake in Hulu. In bond market news, long-term U.S. Treasury prices are trending downward early today. So far this morning in the S&P 500, the best-performing sector is financials, while the worst-performing sector is consumer staples. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 28 points to 18,342. The S&P 500 Index is up 3 points to 2,160, and the NASDAQ Composite Index is up 8 to 5,146. This morning, volume on the New York Stock Exchange is moderate with 388 million shares traded. Advancers are outnumbering decliners by roughly a 5-4 margin. In commodity markets, the spot price of gold is down $6 to $1,357. The spot price of silver is down 16 cents to $20, and crude oil prices are up 40 cents to $39. In bond markets, the 30-year Treasury yield is currently 2.30%, and the 10-year Treasury yield is 1.56%. In stocks of local interest, Procter & Gamble is down 99 cents to 85.77. Berkshire Hathaway is up a penny to 143.32. Xcel Energy is down 33 cents to 43.39. Pfizer is down 81 cents to 35.28. Walt Disney is up 95 cents to 95.96. Apple is up $1.02 to 105.47. Johnson & Johnson is down 88 cents to 123.97. Chevron is up 83 cents to $100, and AT&T is down 14 cents to 43.01. This is Dana Rimpey of Edward Jones, member SIPC, serving individual investors with personalized attention and long-term financial advice at 104 West 2nd Street in Muleshoe. Daily commentary is also located on our website at edwardjones.com.